Hey there, it's Melanie Sobocinski. So, if you watched my video the other day about possibly needing a mom timeout, you're gonna kind of want to listen to this one. Because this is not just pertaining to moms, but I feel like as a mom, anxiety and losing your shit, yeah, I'm gonna swear, kind of all run together. So, I mean, have you ever really lost your shit? Put the earmuffs on the kids, it's coming out. We've all been there. We have all done that, and we have kind of recovered and survived. And I feel like if you're a mom, it's kind of like this essential, not so much wanted or desired part of, it's part of it. It's part of being a mom. And sometimes it shadows with anxiety. For me, that is where it stems from. And most of us experience losing our stuff at some point of our life. Parents do it, teachers do it, caregivers do it. I get it. Not really to brag, but I kind of consider myself an expert in the losing your shit area. Little backstory here. I'm going to just dive slightly into this one. I'll bring the full story out another day. My kids probably don't even remember this. And I kind of say it now with a smile because I don't want to cry about it. There was a specific incident at a particular gas station in town, and I was this young mom with 3 young kids who were arguing and fighting in the car while I was pumping gas, and I was starting to lose it. My blood was boiling, and I was just starting to lose it and ready to explode. And I got in the car, and I said a few particular words to them a little bit loud enough to where the guy on the other side of the pump heard me inside my soccer mom van. And as I pulled around, he shook his head at me like, ugh, woman? You know, and in my mind, I was like, that's it. I'm the worst mother in the world. I just lost my shit in public on my kids, and everybody knows it. That was like my defining moment of like, first of all, that doesn't make me a bad mom. Second of all, I need maybe a mom timeout. I need to adjust things in my life so I don't do that. Now, let me tell you another backstory. My own mom probably lost her stuff more often than she wanted to. I don't remember much of it. Funny little story that she always tells us is that one time when my sister and I were little, we were in the bathtub and we were splashing the water all over the floor, being kids, and she tried to leave. My dad wasn't home. She got in the car. I don't know if she started, I can't remember, but she was ready to leave. And then she was like, what am I doing? So yes, moms lose their shit more often than we like to admit. And sometimes our kids don't remember it. So it doesn't make you a bad mom. What I want you to know is over the years of losing my stuff, I have found some ways to cope with it. Clearly my kids are older now, but that doesn't mean that I don't have things that I'm anxious about with them. It doesn't mean that I don't have days where I feel like I'm going to lose my stuff at all. You know, there's just different things that I lose it over or feel like I'm going to lose it over. So without further ado, here are my 6-ish tips, okay? Because one of them continues to have to come into this. So you can judge by this. You can say, maybe this will work for me, maybe it won't. Try it. My challenge is for you to try it today or when you feel like you're going to lose your stuff. Number 1, breathe. Step back and take a freaking breath. Makes a world of difference. Number 2, think positive. I know. At that moment, when that man looked at me, I thought, that's it. I've damaged my kids for life. This man's going to call DCFS. I'm the worst parent in the world. Breathe. What can I learn from this? Oh, I learned a lot from that. It took me a while, but I learned a lot. I learned tip number 3 is that I needed to find some kind of silver lining to that. Like, what can I learn from it? How can I help others? What can I teach others to where it's like maybe when you lose your stuff, you need a bit of a timeout. So another tip, breathe. Did I say that already? That's why I said 6-ish tips, because you need to continue to breathe. You need to take that pause. You need to step back because sometimes it can get a little crazy. So my next tip is, hey, vent to a friend if you have to. Write in a journal. Get it off your chest because clearly you can't vent to your children about it. You can't vent to them why you're having a bad day or why you feel like you're going to lose your stuff or why you screamed at them at the gas station. They don't get it. So once again, breathe. Always breathe, okay? Do something just for you. Take a hot bath. Take a 5-minute timeout. One of my favorites is to go and get a killer workout. That helped me tremendously. That's what helped turn things around for me. Workout is my therapy. It started then and it still is now. You know, you have to decompress. And there's these little endorphins that come around when you work out. And they make you happy, right? So when we're happy, we don't want to throw a punch at anybody or scream at anybody. So that's great therapy. Again, breathe. Always breathe. Always take that time. Take that second. I mean, if you've lost it, you've already lost it. You can't get it back, right? So if you have that gas station moment, or the moment where you're the mom in the driveway who's like, the kids are splashing, I need the tub and the water's all over, I need to get out of here. Don't necessarily leave the house, but kind of walk away from the situation and breathe. Because the more you practice this kind of stuff, the more you practice, do I want to call it self-control? I'm going to kind of call it self-control. Because there's always going to be moments that push you. There's always going to be times where you feel like you're going to lose your shit. There's always going to be times where you feel like you're the worst person in the world for losing it. And you're not. You're not. Unless, of course, you are throat punching people left and right. And in that case, please go do a workout or take a walk or do something for yourself. But the more that you can practice this self-care, de-stressing type thing, whether it's 2 minutes or 2 hours of your day, you need to do it for you and for those around you. So the more that you practice this, the less you will lose your shit, I promise you. And sometimes it creeps up on you to where you're like, I'm losing it way more than often. Breathe. Walk away from the situation. Try to find something positive out of it. What can you learn from it? Do something for yourself. Go get in a good workout and breathe again. Those are my tips on how to keep cool when you feel like you're going to lose your stuff. So I hope that's helped you. If you found value in this, please feel free to share it with a friend or a mom friend who maybe feels like she's going to lose her stuff all the time. Because I say this to young moms all the time, because clearly I'm an older mom. I was a young mom. I was in that position. I say to them, you're doing a great job. You will survive. And you will live to tell about it. Because that's what I'm doing right now. So don't ever think you're a bad mom if you've lost your shit on your kids a couple times. Breathe. Take that time to breathe and take that time to be you. Take that mom time out. I'm telling you right now, I'm allowing that right now. So husbands, let your wife have a timeout. End of story. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you found this information helpful. Again, like I said, pass it on to a friend who, you know, you feel could maybe use this, who loses their stuff quite often. These tips really did help, I promise you. I can go further into detail with them, and I will. Keep your eyes out. I will give you more tips and go further into detail. In my gas station story, that's only the tip of the iceberg. More to come on that one. You guys have a great day, and we'll chat later.